Is there finally a break in the case of 26-year-old missing groom George Smith? He plunged into the dark waters outside his stateroom. His body never found. Mystery shrouding his disappearance until tonight we learn of a story broken by Greenwich Magazine. Kristen Marandino with us, a story regarding men who had just met the honeymoon couple on their dream honeymoon following their wedding, who talk about them being millionaires. Well, they're not millionaires, but was that a motive for murder? I'm going to go to Bree Smith and also with me, Maureen Smith. This is George's mother. All of us meeting several times after the disappearance of George. You know, Bree, long time no see, friend, number one.
Yes. Hi, Nancy.
We have thought of you and your family so many, many times because you never gave up, Bree. You never gave up. You always knew there was something very, very wrong, that your brother did not leap off the side on his honeymoon, for Pete's sake. He didn't rock overboard. You know, when does that ever happen, that you hit a wave and someone, a grown man, just suddenly falls overboard, sitting on his patio? It doesn't happen that way. And Bree, remember, someone had to close the doors behind him to that cabin.
That's
what do you make of the emergence of this homemade video of these guys sitting around apparently having some sort of celebration while the rest of the ship's turned upside down looking for George Smith?
Well, I think it's very interesting that the men last seen with George would make these incriminating statements on the videotape. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to see it, but we are very enthusiastic about the fact that the FBI does have the tape in its hands at this point.
I want to go to George's mother, Maureen. You know, at the time when we were covering this, I couldn't connect because I didn't have children now that I have. My twins, a boy and a girl. I can't imagine what you have been through during this, Maureen. What is your response to this homemade video, apparently, of these Russians plus one American bragging?
Well, good evening, Nancy. I do not know the contents of the tape. I'm really very, very excited that it has surfaced.
The theory that they had $50,000. They had just come from their wedding. And a lot of people gave them cash, gave them checks at the wedding. And somewhere in the night, they surely told these Russians that they were newlyweds. They've just come from their wedding. What do you make of the fact that there was blood which has tested positive to be George's in his bed?
We're not surprised, Nancy. We've known from day one that this was no accident. This was a murder, and we believe with the new evidence that's surfaced, we're one step closer to finding out who murdered my brother, and it's just a matter of time before the culprits are behind bars. After almost 7 years, a lot of people thought the case was cold, that there never would be arrests. But this shows to people, this shows to other crime victims that you should never give up, that, you know, if you try hard enough and if you have people with you that help you, there may be arrests one day. And a case, just because it's old, does not mean it's cold and finished. So keep fighting.
You know, it's disgusting to me. It's reprehensible that they are making fun of your brother, making fun of George Smith and his death. But you know what? Thank God they did, because now it's caught, because they're idiots, it's caught on a cell phone video that the FBI are reviewing right now.